Great. I just want to mention, it looks to me like we have more than 60 people here. Is that about right? I'd like to, just a show of hands, how many people here today are GOP state committee members? How about your county committee members? Town committee members? Okay, put your hands down. How many people did not raise their hand for any of those questions? I'm going to urge you guys, and thankfully there aren't a lot of you, but I'm going to urge you all to please get involved at the local level. We need all the help we can get. That's all. Now, what can I say about this next young man? I can tell you that he made a grown woman cry when he spoke at the Millinocket Caucus earlier this year. That woman later told me, exactly, it does my heart good to hear a member of the younger generation speak with such passion and conviction. This young man has been selected as one of 250 young people in the country to attend the Young Americans for Liberty National Convention in Washington, D.C. later this month. He is a GOP presidential elector in District 2, and in fact, I believe he's tied for the youngest ever presidential elector. Is that right? He's an alternate to the GOP National Convention in August, president of the Young Americans for Liberty at the University of Maine, chapter leader of Youth for Ron Paul, member of the College Republican at the University of Maine, former president of the Young Republicans in Bangor High School, and in case that is not enough, an Eagle Scout. Please help me to welcome a young man. I can't believe that he could get this much done and still sleep. Cody Morgan.
Yeah! Cody! Woo!
Thank you. I wrote something late into last night that I wanted to read. It was up until
Get closer, Cody.
I was up until past midnight writing this, so I hope you enjoy it. If not, I don't really care. America, its rich history, and its political landscape is all about liberty. Whether one is discussing the 1776 Declaration of Independence, conceiving a free American nation from the bondage of tyranny, which we celebrate this July 4th, or contemporary issues in American politics, liberty and freedom are the fundamental bedrock of our country. However, it seems as though this word, this idea, that has shaped our country so, has become a cliche. Do we really know what it means? Can we recognize liberty when we see it? But far more importantly, can we recognize the opposite of liberty when it is sold to us as a form of justice, fairness, or freedom? Liberty to me means having the power and right of doing, thinking, and speaking according to choice, so long as it does not affect the liberty of any other person. In other words, behaving according to one's free will and taking responsibility of one's actions. This means and requires, above all else, keeping the government out of our lives. Only such a path can lead to the release of human vigor and ingenuity that builds societies, provides security, fosters economic growth, and defends the people from systematic rights violations. In this sense, only liberty can truly deter tyranny and the serfdom which follows. Do our leaders in Washington, D.C. believe in liberty and freedom? The existence of the parasitic state in Washington, an enormous machine that no one seems to earnestly challenge, a monster that has a constant presence in near every aspect of our lives, is evidence enough that many of our leaders do not believe and do not follow the principles that made our country great. We are at a crossroads in American history, quote, testing whether that nation, or any nation, so conceived and so dedicated to liberty, can long endure, as Lincoln once said. The choice we now face, further steps towards an ever-expansive central government, or a revived effort in advancing liberty and freedom. This choice is being battled right before our very eyes. People of all races, colors, creeds, and ages observe its effect and dictate the outcomes between these two Goliaths. Needless to say, the upcoming generation, my generation, will feel the results of today's policies and how they will affect tomorrow. That is why every day I see more and more young people like myself becoming involved and engaged in the political process in an effort to bail out the sinking ship and become the masters of our own destinies. After all, ours is not a fated existence. Nowhere is it etched in stone. Young people like myself are waking up to realize that our future is in jeopardy, wanting the great America that our forebears knew and cherished. Ronald Reagan once said, and a quote I hold very dear, "Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it on to our children through the bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on for them to do the same. Our last defense of freedom and the Constitution lies with the people themselves, and every day, more and more young Americans across the country are understanding that fact, rallying in defense of liberty and our constitutional republic. I am proud to be a part of this revival and swear upon the altar of freedom that I will pursue this cause for the entirety of my life. Let it not be said that I did not. As Abraham Lincoln so eloquently put, standing upon the hallowed ground of Gettysburg 149 years ago, the world will little know nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what we did here. And that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth." Thank you.